Screening should invite less evaluation, not more. I hear a lot of people have a big problem with the screen because they're like, I need a more thorough evaluation. Actually, no, you don't. Not if you're just doing it for movement. As long as the movement screen doesn't provoke pain and doesn't have something considered dysfunction, I would actually say the next thing you need is an additional screen. Of what? Balance or capacity or some other sports skill that you're trying to do. You've already met the minimum requirements, and if we go down the rabbit hole of functional movement, there's probably not much there we can change that will be tangible on the end where you want to improve. Good enough is good enough, but I see a lot of people basically making good the enemy of great. It's not. An assessment that's not needed will often uncover things that are imperfect, but if changed, will not change your performance. You want to go a little bit deeper on that? Okay, a weakest link focus is the most biologically correct focus you could make for physical development, okay? Environments and competition will all expose your weakest links. And if you target your training volume and your training intensity and your training quality at that weakest link, it will change and then underpin and support everything else. But how do you find your weakest link? Well, let me tell you something we've been studying since the late 90s. You're a very poor judge of your own weakest link, and only the best of the best are really in touch with that. Most of us need to ask for help. We need to set ourselves against an objective scale, not a subjective scale. In Malcolm Gladwell's famous book, Blink, he talks about something called the Goldman Algorithm. It was a simple little checklist that they started implementing in the emergency room, and that checklist on average, made better decisions than medical practitioners because it only asked the necessary questions at this stage. Where does this person belong? In ICU, in ER, up on the ward, or send them home? The Goldman Algorithm was a checklist, a standard operating procedure that actually made better decisions initially. Now, once those decisions were made and it put you where you needed to be, that's where we wanted human creativity, human empathy, expert evaluation and testing. But sometimes a screen places your group where they need to be better than your own opinions about people's fitness, personality, work ethics, self-motivation, and stuff like that. Believe it or not, when we introduce this in the military and the NFL, we're not introducing personal training. Platoon your problems. Hip mobility problems over there, ankle mobility problems over here, and bring them all back together to train. One of the things I think we do is, since we don't have screens, we jump to an evaluation and we always find what we're looking for. It's called confirmation bias. The best way to protect yourself from that is understand how screens work, understand how checklists work, understand how standard operating procedure works, and apply it to your own profession.